Hello, it's Glamstract here. Another video, another foundation review. And today's foundation is the Forever Natural Nude foundation by Dior. My foundation shade in Dior foundations is the 1.5N. Let me tell you how excited I am about this foundation. I mean, no surprise here, I'm a Dior foundation junkie. I love their foundations formula. And this foundation, when it came out, it wasn't sold in the UK, and I was like, why? I want to try this foundation so bad. And finally, probably after like 3 weeks after it came out, or maybe a month, it finally decided to bring it to the UK. And I was so excited. I was literally checking the website every morning when I woke up. I was like, is it here now? Is it here now? I emailed the Dior customer service as well. That's how nerdy I am about foundations. And yeah. It looks like exactly the same as the Forever Glow foundation, I believe it's called, but instead of the white cap, the Glow one has like a very navy dark blue, just like the concealer basically. I've used this foundation for 4 days in a row, and I've used it with 3 different primers and 3 different powders to go over the top to see how it performs. As you know, I always go with my usual primer, the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. But this time with this one, because it's a very brand new foundation, and I thought, you know what, I just want to give it a shot with different primers that I also adore. And I want to see how it performs and what it looks like. And same with the powders. The primer that I'm going to use today is going back to my old school, my favorite, the Bobbi Brown one. And same, I'm gonna use the Fenty powder today because that's what I would usually use on a daily. But just before we skip to makeup application, please follow me on my Instagram account. You can find me there at Glamstract, and I share my makeup looks there every now and then, not as often as I would like to, I know. And also more insight about all the products that I use in my daily, well, every other day videos here on YouTube. This is what the shade looks like. And to apply the foundation, as usual, I'm gonna use my Dior foundation brush number 12, which, by the way, this particular one, you cannot find it anymore. You can still find one called Dior number 12 foundation brush, but it's part of the Backstage line. Guys, I haven't pressed play when I started the makeup application because I had a little bit of a distraction in between. So this is what happened when you get distracted. You start filming, you think you are filming, but you're actually not filming. So now I have a full face of foundation applied, and I talked for like 20 minutes about this foundation, and now it's all gone to trash because the foundation is now hopefully applied, and I haven't realized I was not filming. How annoying. But I still have my forehead to do, so that's okay. It's very, very hydrating. This is a very natural glow, natural foundation. Right off the back, you can tell this is a natural foundation. I mean, it does give it away in the title itself, Natural Nude Foundation. This has been one of the most exciting launches, like a launch that this year I've been most excited about, because I'm a foundation junkie, of course, and I'm obsessed with Dior foundations. I feel like Dior, if you're listening out there, please consider me, like, maybe let me try some more of your stuff, because literally all I do is just rave about your foundations and your product in general. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous foundation. It feels very hydrating, weightless, true color to the skin. Now I look slightly paler, but as I was saying in my 20 minutes not recording, I was saying that your foundation do tend to oxidize a little bit. So I always go for half shade less than my actual shade because I'm a 2N originally. But with 1.5N, I also can achieve my favorite and true match because of the slight oxidization. And as I was saying at the very intro, I did use this foundation with 3 different primers and also with 3 different powders. And my favorite primer to use is my go-to, the Vitamin Enriched Face Base by Bobbi Brown. And the powder that I really enjoy apply with, again, is my go-to, the Fenty Beauty shade Butter. Even though I do have to say I didn't mind the application with also the Too Faced pressed powder, the primer powder I believe it's called. that one was actually really nice as well. This is the foundation applied. If we zoom in, I can just show you how glorious and beautiful this foundation is. I mean, I'm never gonna be tired to say my hair are just getting too long. I'm never gonna be tired to say that Dior does the best foundations and it has the best foundation on the market. At least they work for me, but they're really good. I honestly cannot stop talking about how beautiful they are. They just feel so natural on the skin while still giving you a beautiful coverage. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. I am going to set this foundation just now because I do like a glowy finish, but not too glowy, because at the same time I do suffer with normal to combination skin. So too much glow in the skin, it does makes me a little bit anxious, but not too anxious because I still love a glowy foundation. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Forever Skin Correct Concealer, same shade as the foundation itself, 1.5N. I've been using this concealer for a long time now, and it's really good. So good. I've been seeing lately a trend on Instagram of people showing old way of applying concealer and new way of applying concealer. I mean, there's been this back and forth of old and new that people are doing on Instagram. And finally, the beauty community on Instagram, like not everyone of course, came to realize that the concealer should not be applied as a huge triangle going down your cheek and filled the blank, because that's way too much product. It's a waste of product first, and then it's way too much product on the skin. I'm sure that it's not going to look very pleasant in person. You know, when you talk to someone, you have this triangle white. No, sorry. In a way, I'm also very happy that things are changing in the beauty industry, because we always been so used to see these YouTubers, these very big ones, applying their makeup in a certain way. And for a lot of people that are not really into makeup, that's just starting out as well, believe that the way they do makeup is actually the way you should do makeup as well. And there are a lot of things which looks very questionable when I look at these YouTubers applying their makeup. I mean, don't get me wrong, makeup should be free and you should, you know, feel just as good as you apply it and everything. But I do have to say that, you know, there are no rules, but as a YouTuber here that I like to follow here on YouTube, wait, what is his name? Oh my god, the twins. Robert Welsh. That's it. I'm so sorry, Robert Welsh, for forgetting your name. You're so good. I've been really enjoying finally having a proper makeup artist on YouTube. Not that there aren't, you know, there are a lot of makeup artists on YouTube, so I'm just looking outside because there are windows and I feel like people sometimes stares out of the windows. Anyway, I was saying, like, there are other brilliant makeup artists on YouTube, but I've been following Robert Welsh lately, and I really love the fact that he's saying things how they are, you know? There's no, you know, the triangle is shit, this is how you should apply concealer, and, you know, he's not being, of course, super dramatic about it, and I like that. It's just, he's saying as well, there's no rules to makeup, but there is a theory. So thank you, Robert, for, you know, highlighting that. The concealer, I have a dedicated video about it as well if you want to check it out. The link is just on top here. I'm just gonna go very quickly off camera and do the rest of my face and come back and give you my very final thoughts about this foundation. And I'm back, so here I am. I want to give you a quick roundup of what I've used on my face very quickly, but you can find all the information over to my Instagram at Glamstract. For powder, I've used the Fenty Beauty, you know, my good old Pro Filt'r setting powder in shade Butter. Quick side note about this powder. This is my 4th tube, right? I feel like lately, compared to my very first tube that I ever bought of this, I feel like the powder has changed slightly. Is it just me? Maybe I'm just overthinking it, but it feels not as finely milled as it used to be. It seems thicker, harder. I don't know, but it's still good. Still my holy grail. Don't panic. But it just feels slightly different. Not as nice as the very pack that I've got. But yeah, just quick side note I thought I'd throw it out there just in case anybody else had the same experience with it. Comment down below. For bronzer and blush, I've used my everyday holy grail face powder by Benefit Cosmetics. I used the Hoola bronzer and the Rockabye blush. And for highlighter, I've used this one, the Glow Up palette by Sosa Jackson. And I've used this shade over here, this beautiful orange called Peach Smoothie. And I put it over my blush so it gave me a little bit more color and also a glowy effect. For eyes, I've used the Fenty Beauty number 6. These are called the Snap Shadows, the Snap Shadow number 6, which I can show you also the color that I've used. I've used this one over here for all over the lid. I've used this one over here for the outer corner and blend it out a little bit inward. And I used this dark shadow over here just to create a very faded sort of eyeliner over my eyes. For mascara, I've used my usual Chanel Le Volume de Chanel Mascara 10 Noir. And I think that's it. Oh, my brows. I have used the Brow MVP by Fenty Beauty. I use the shade Black Brown. And that's it. So what do we think, or well, what do I think about this new foundation by Dior? Overall, it's a great foundation. I do have to be fair though, just because it's a Dior foundation, it doesn't mean I'm gonna always speak positively about all the Dior foundations. I do feel like that, in a way, compared to their Glow foundation and their mattifying foundation, this one just feels like as a add-on to, almost unnecessary to their foundation lines, because they do also have other beautiful foundations. I mean, yes, I understand you change the aesthetic of it, you know, you put the pale beigey cream lid on top and you change the name to Natural Nude. Don't get me wrong, it feels beautiful on the skin. I've been using this every day for the past 4 days. And I really, really like this foundation. I can see myself reaching out very, very often, maybe on the daily as well. But I don't know, I just probably, I was expecting a bit more. Like I was expecting more like I was more excited than what I actually feel right now after using it for 4 days. But you know, that doesn't take away any goodness of this foundation. This is still 100% a beautiful foundation. Weightless, hydrating, skin feels very natural. You can build it up. You need a powder if you're oily because you're gonna, you know, your shine's gonna come through throughout the day, of course. And it stays on. It's 24 hours wear. I haven't tested for 24 hours, of course, as usually I use it for about max, I would say 10 hours, very stretched. And it stays on beautifully. It doesn't come off. It's just a great foundation. But as I said, I feel like the matte and the glow for Forever foundation feels slightly better. And we are towards the end of this video. Please comment down below, what do you think of this foundation? Were you as excited as I was when it finally came to the UK? I mean, if you're in America or I believe in France, I think everywhere else it was available apart from the UK. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course, I'm not the expert. If you used it, what do you think? Will you going to buy it? Will you not going to buy it? Let me know. At least you have this review now. Hopefully you find that it'll be helpful, and sign down below and let me know what do you think. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. But also if you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs up. Why not? Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's just down here. And if you want, follow me on my Instagram. You can find me there at Glamstract. Well, thanks for watching one more time, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye.